Hey, Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that rule well through the scriptures. Peace to those who elect. Yeah, I was just doing I was watching a video from the apostles. Let me see if I could pull a video up real quick. Yeah, I was watching this video. Let me go to my library real quick. It was the after camp speaking. Yeah, here you go right here. Watching the after camp speaking. Well, damn, I'm up here somewhere. Well, towards the end, like the last 5 minutes, this brother right here. Hold on real quick. Can you hear me? Is my mic? Okay, my microphone on. Okay, yeah. So oh, wait a minute. My Bluetooth. All right, hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully y'all can hear me. But yeah, they was going into health, and it was talking about health and weight and diet to exercise to a degree. The Spirit just hopped on me to just say some words regarding that on health and all of that. So, cause I'm into it a little. Well, I'm into it a lot, but yeah, I just typed in watermelon and H3O. All right. And we can click on this. I didn't click on it before, but we can click on it. It says H3O2 foods, 8 water-rich fruits to keep you hydrated. And this is good to keep up with because, the body is composed of majority water, and especially the brain. The brain is made up of a lot of water as well, too. All right. So it says, eating many healthy foods is vital to building a solid hydration foundation. Keeping our bodies functioning correctly is one of life's most essential tasks, and it starts with proper hydration. All right. It says, but what many don't know is that normal drinking water that's been filtered and treated may not be the best way to increase the body's hydration levels. Now, I'm going to say this, doing my studies and research, nothing is better than water, all right? As far as water in its proper form, like true, proper, healthy, undisturbed water, that's, that's what you want. But, you don't really have access to really good water like that, because even when you go into the more expensive waters, man, look, man, Esau is controlling it. Esau, he's bottling it. All right, so it ain't gonna be as good as it can be for you. You'll be drinking the water that you thought was good and healthy, then come find out a year or 2 years later, it ain't so good and it ain't so healthy. All right, that's how it used to be when we was drinking the Essentials. We used to see, brothers with Essentials everywhere. But then come to find out later, it ain't as good as we thought it was. But it says, drinking adequate amounts of water is critical for sustaining physical health, but you may be surprised to learn that drinking structured water, or H3O2, can provide more efficient hydration and nutrient uptake than tap water. Well, almost everything better than tap water. It says, allowing you to get more of the vitamins and minerals you need with less water. Right, so you want to stay away from tap water too, because not only do they fluoridate? I forget how you say that word properly, but basically put fluoride in the water, in the main water drinking supply, which is tap water. All right. Not only do they do that, but also the piping. All right. It used to be before that the piping was copper, and and it's good to drink and eat off of natural metals like that, copper and gold and silver and things like that. That's what would happen in the king's house. It would be gold and silver, and then the regular the peasant's house, or a lesser degree than the king, it'll be copper. But it's all good for you, eating off of natural things like that, the mineral rich or whatever. But now instead of copper piping, what they having in these houses is PVC piping, plastic piping with the BPA seeping into the tap water. So you want to stay away from tap water if you can. All right. And when you do some more research, H3O2, or another term for that is structured water, is that particular water is more relatable to the water that's in your body. You know, the human body is made up of over 70% water. All right. And the water that it's made up of is more closely related to the water that's found in your watermelons and your cucumbers and your things like that, you know. So speaking about the watermelon in general, all right, not only does it has citrulline, matter of fact, let's just look at it in general, because watermelon is associated with there's a lot of racist caricatures behind it in regards to so-called Negroes and black folks. But then when you do some study on it, that was done purposely. Like why is watermelon such a big association with black people, you know, so-called black people at a negative light like that? Because our people was very profitable off watermelon during slavery and after slavery and things like that. So Esau demonized it. All right, when you look up, you know, a little history about it, Esau demonized the watermelon. And then it's ultra healthy, it's hydrating, and it curbs your appetite too. So eating watermelon and drinking some watermelon juice, it makes you feel full, but it doesn't have that many calories. It doesn't have any fat. It doesn't have any carbs. So it's a good weight watcher too, you know, the watermelon. So furthermore, dealing with what I do is I would juice watermelon, right? I would juice cucumber. I would juice celery, and you can add some chia seeds to it too. All right, so you got watermelon, celery, cucumber. Those are all water dense fruits. They're all water dense. All right. Let me see if they name them in some of the hydrating fruits. See, look, cucumbers. See, look. Cucumbers and all these things help with hydration, skin, energy, other things like that. Okay. I just, look, cucumber, watermelon, strawberries. That's a surprise. I didn't know strawberries had that much in there. Cantaloupe, yep. Cantaloupe and honeydew. Cantaloupe and honeydew is very similar in nutrition, but the cantaloupe is much more nutritious. They both got levels of nutrition very similar to each other, but the cantaloupe is almost double the nutrition of the honeydew. Okay, grapefruit is water dense. Oranges, peach. Didn't know that. Surprised I ain't pineapple. Surprised I haven't seen celery. Okay, was that 10? Right. So, yeah, and you also want to be careful when you juicing and when you mixing to, you can't, I noticed, like, because I used to make something called the man drink, right? And basically, I just combine all the healthy stuff. It was like various different things. Like if it was inflammation, because inflammation is a very potent and prevalent thing in society. Like when you get to looking up diseases and you get to looking up ailments. Almost everything in some type of way is linked to inflammation. So I will make this drink called the man drink, where it'll be everything for inflammation, everything for energy, everything for male, because Esau does a lot of things in society to lower your testosterone and increase your estrogen to have you chemically imbalanced. So I would put things in there to deal with that, and it would be this very harsh turmoil in your stomach when you would drink it. And I found out that that's because you can't really the mix of certain fruits and vegetables, because the digestive process is different with certain fruits versus certain vegetables, then that's what causes that turmoil in your stomach. All right. So you want to be careful when you're making your fruits and vegetables, when you're mixing them, when you're juicing them, because you may juice something that might have a quick digestive process. Because water, the more water is in something, the more easier it's going to be digested. All right. But then if you mix and combine that with other more dense things that's less water, that has less water, then that's what causes the discomfort in your stomach. I just found that out not too long ago. All right, so like I said, I would mix. I would have different fruits, vegetables, herbs, and leafy vegetables or whatever, and that's what would different brothers would have it, and it would help. It would be beneficial, but that would be like a drawback. So with that being said, let me, because I looked it up, the difference between a fruit and a vegetable, because it seems confusing, because you're like, wait a minute, they all come from seeds. You got to plant them all. But the difference between a fruit and a vegetable is the fruit is the flower. The fruit is the result of what blossoms from the flower. And the vegetable is everything else, whether it be the root, whether it be the leaves, whether it be the stalk, the stem, whatever. The vegetable is the result of everything that's not the flower. And the fruit itself is the flower. All right, so when you now back to the juicing, like watermelon in particular, watermelon, cucumber, celery, chia seeds. That's the ultimate hydration combo right there in reference to watermelon. Now you gotta be careful, because it only keeps for about 4 days. Watermelon only keeps for about 4 days. Watermelon juiced watermelon. And you'll tell, because it'll start tasting slightly sour. But what you want to do is, like, there's natural preservatives you can use. All right, like you can use maybe a little lemon juice, a little lime juice to add to it, and a little honey to add to it. Honey is a natural preservative too. You can do that too. So let me grab this scripture right here. Hold on, let me see. I'm going to read both of these. This is Sirach 31 and 20. It says, sound sleep cometh of moderate eating. Right. And you don't, in times past, dinner was around 5, 6 o'clock. But now people eat dinner maybe an hour or two before they go to sleep, and that's not good, because what happens is it takes your body, a period of a few hours, depending on what you ate. But let's say you ate a basic American meal. Well, you're going to need about 4 hours to digest, for your body to digest it and work it down, maybe a little more than that, with how weak our bodies are now due to all the other factors, with the fluoridated water and the poisoned air and working and factories with not a lot of sunlight, things of that nature. Body probably even weaker. You probably need about 6 hours, right? So you don't want to eat too late, because what happens is your body is still working. So you never really, you don't get the proper sleep. See, if you sleep and the body has finished its task, it don't got to digest anything, right? Then you get your body can focus less on work and focus more on repair. All right, repairing the damaged cells, because that's what the body do. It says, he riseth early, and his wits are with him. But the pain of watching and choler and pangs of the belly are with an unsatiable man. Unsatiable mean not satisfied. All right. So when you're not satisfied, or when you just, you got that gluttonous appetite, the buffet, well then your wits ain't with you, and you don't rise early. All right, and it says your wits are with you, meaning what? Your cleverness, your intellect. Now the brain is made up of majority water. All right, and your brain is made up of a fleshy material. So what you put in your body affects the material. Like if you got a diet of sugar and sweets and things like that, well then when you make a muscle, your muscle, or the material that makes up your body and your muscle, is not gonna feel the same as somebody who got a more healthier diet. It's different. Like it's certain dudes and certain guys, you bump into them and they got this saying, you feel like you ran into a brick wall, right? Yeah, some of that comes from working out and lifting weights, but some of that also comes too from diet. And then you bump into other people and they can be big and tall or whatever, and then they just soft, because the actual material that they body and the different body parts is made of is lacking as well. So your brain is a muscle, right? And that muscle is flesh. So what are you putting in your body to, properly affect the flesh, or properly affect the material of your body and your muscles? All right. Let me see. Let me read the next one. Let me go to the other one with choler. And when you look up choler, I looked it up. Let me see if I grab it real quick. When you look up choler, it says, as of one of the tumors, in excess of which was supposed in old medicine to cause irascibility or temper, bile anger, bile melancholy, basically having being irritable, basically. Having an irritable temper. Certain diets can bring you an irritable temper, all right? Especially, and this is speaking of just a diet without the plants and the animals being affected the way they are now. So how much more now? Let me look up bile real quick. Let me see what they say. Bile, yellow bitter liquid secreted by the liver that aids in digestion. Informally, anger, fluid secreted by the liver. Thus, bitterness of feeling, peevishness. You'll be feeling peevishness, and I think that might mean sluggish. Perverse, capricious, silly. Reverse, perverse. Fretful, ill-tempered. Oh, shit. Oh, pervert. That's the peeve. Irritate, exasperate, to grumble, complain. Yeah, and people be complaining. The itis, the aches, the inflammation. Them diets bring inflammation. Let me see. Oh, yeah, let me get the choler scripture. Then I'm going to get one more scripture. Okay, hold on. Let me see the other one. Sirach 37:30. I'm going to read 29. Be not unsatiable in any dainty thing. Right, and unsatiable mean not satisfied. You know what I mean? Your favorite thing is, you got an affinity for cheesecake, and you done ate 2 whole cheesecakes. You done ate 1 strawberry cheesecake, and you done ate 1 Oreo cheesecake. All right, come on, that's you being unsatiable in a dainty thing. like a delicate dessert. Something decadent. You got to be careful because you're dealing with sugar and cheese. Sugar and cheese is, especially the sugar and cheese we got access to. You want to stay away from that. You don't want that in large doses like that. It says, nor too greedy upon meats, right? Because even in our grandparents' day, they didn't eat a whole bunch of meat like that. All right. One, because they was poor, but also 2, because look, the body, like, it's okay to eat meat, but you don't need meat the way that we eat meat now. All right, you go out, you wake up for breakfast, you eat bacon, eggs. Hopefully it's turkey or beef bacon, but the average American eating bacon, eggs, oatmeal, pancakes, or something, right? Then for lunch, another meat, a sandwich and some chips. Then you go out to dinner maybe, and your appetizer is some wings. All right, your appetizer is some wings, and then your entree is another meat. You done ate meat 3 times, and then you go home and maybe eat some a snack or something with meat in it, or a frozen food with meat in it. Not only have you ate an excessive amount of meat for the day, but also that excessive amount of meat is riddled with different additives, different chemicals, different strenuous processing methods. So all of those things are adding to it. So now you got to be doubly careful. Even the type of meat you eat, there's this saying from this one, I forget his name. The one brother you call, he used to be the head of GMS San Francisco. I believe his page is in doing branch now in Sacramento. He said this years ago. He said he did a lesson regarding health, and his words were that stick with me. It was the best you can in this hell. All right, so this place is hell. Is everything, like even with the lesson I'm doing now, we talking about, watermelon and hydration and the water fucked up. Well, even the watermelon is made up of what so much percent of water. All right, and where that water coming from? The rain, and you watering it. Well, that water is messed up. The rain coming from the clouds, or the air. Esau poison the air. So you damned if you do, damned if you don't, so to speak. But you still got to put forth some effort, to be at a better state, at a better existence than what you would be at. It says, for excess of meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler. Right. We just read the choler, irritability, bile. All right. By surfeiting have many perished, but he that taketh heed prolongeth his life. Let me look up surfeiting, and then we could call it one. Surfeiting, excess quantity. Overindulgence. Yeah, you got people that just won't put that swine down to the point where they get their foot cut off, and then they get diabetes. And it ain't just the swine too, but it's the swine and the sugar as well, and other things. But people just they just won't put it down. They just won't. No, all the health, all the heart problems, all the they just won't put it down, So with that, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson to the hopeful elect. All praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. by Shimon Kankodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that rule well through the scriptures. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the hopeful elect. Shalom.